Yeah, I've got the management stuff done. So looking for Genebrian poison resistance upgrades and other upgrades, but for the most part, physical defense is now excellent, 64% physical damage reduction. Shield is still a piece of crap with the low blocking chance. I'm pretty sure the belt we have currently will be the belt we'll have throughout the rest of the game, but everything else will probably still shit. I'm heading towards Sacred Stone. Other option would really be to go to kill spiders, but there's the bot. I don't think that's a particularly great idea. We could, but I don't really have a reason to. At least we'll go here where this portal leads. See what's around this area. Sacred Stone should be a friendly area for us since we are part of the Immaculate Faith or cult. Whatever that means, really. Looks like almost anyone can do it. But I'm not sure what exactly we need to do. Infiltrate, find information, so it looks like it's a settlement session. Talk to people, try to rob places, that sort of stuff. Not sure. We do not want to start fights until we have no other choice or we've gotten everything we can from the Immaculates.
With a behind like mine, who needs a pretty face?
Yeah, thick ass pig.
Those miners in Silver Glen dang near lost their minds about the rot. But I eat carrots all day and I'm just fine.
Seven, have mercy on your soul.
Exactly.
That temple's older than sin itself.
Corpse. Oh, barrels. This is not the Sacred Stone, I know.
Have you been to the Cave of Portals? I heard it's haunted by an undead ewe, but that's only talk amongst us whitetails.
I'm as pink and pretty as can be, and you're some filthy nobody.
Okay. Why am I getting shit from pigs?
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail? I can only hope this might be a magpie's nest.
We can only hope. What connects this area to the area here? Doesn't appear to be bridges here. It has to be. Ooh, cave. Immaculate markings. What is this cave?
It's awfully boring in here without the proper magic. Then things really get moving. Or should I say, stomping.
I've heard this before, about the Troll King caverns. Without the proper magic, nothing will happen. Wonder if this is the same way. What does that even mean? Stomping. Looks to be iron to me. Iron it is. Apparently we are not going to the Sacred Stone immediately. I have no idea what this is. At least I don't have an immediate recollection about it. Is this important? Well, usually there are no unnecessary sites, but what is this? There are a couple of bonus sites where you just get some food. This sort of seems like this could be something where magic is used. It doesn't go anywhere according to the map, so hard to say. I don't want to fight against Immaculates if I don't have to. So, if it's fight between them and going to Sacred Stone, I'll go to Sacred Stone. Cryptic dungeon, okay. That's cryptic.
Don't ask me about all these teleporters. My friend's the one with all the details.
This is the dungeon with the teleportation sequence that you need to learn. This is, I think it gave you a spell book as a reward, something along those lines. This is not related to anything. This is just bone scrap, I think. I recall vaguely that that's how it works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It had 3 skill books. You get to choose one, the 2 others disappear. That's your reward out of this. And they were all skill books that I already had or were totally worthless, so it was basically the random loot and experience you got that was the worthwhile reward out of completing this place, not the end reward. It's in a huge library, so we could get blank scrolls out of that, or paper, maybe. Although with my luck, probably not all that much. Yeah, sequence. Yeah, the key was that there's a hidden passage here. Once you realize that, the sequence is trivial to complete. Initially it seems like it's hard to fit the tips you get to the actual portals, you know. But this sort of solves that.
My favourite foods are ice cream, mud pie.
Yeah, I know. I don't recall the sequence. But there was ice, mud, fire, water, water. Yeah, it's ice, earth, fire, water, then the water and machinery. Some of the portals are not here, though. Gotta enter portals to find more portals. And it'll start marking these portals in a green light if you get it right, so... Even if you don't understand the clues, you can figure it out on your own. This is mostly just us going through bases, I think. Hopefully finding at least something worthwhile. I'm not sure why I'm even bothering to read these. It's not like I'm gonna use the recipes for something. Magical notes. Maradino again. Burr Mountain Pant Waterfall Mob Grounds. Is that pretty much it? No, some more bases. Mostly empty bases. Oh, we have gotten a couple of grenades from them, so not totally empty. And a lot of arrowheads for some reason. Delicious eyeball. Right. Cold. Cold, earth, fire was the first three. And look at that, more bases. I'll take your empty cup. We have some uses for those. Yellow fabric dye, no. Just a wasted carry weight. Although so are the arrows, really. Mob grenade. If there was an ability to increase the status effect chance of grenades, that would be lovely. Cheese bread. I'm not taking ancient temple or tomb or ruined edibles of any kind. Last thing I need now is some kind of stomach disease. This is water. This is not what we want. We want earth. This is the machine. We need earth. Paper. Fire. I think water, then another water. Then the machinery. So not that challenging of a place really. Once you get the idea, it's fairly easy and quick to solve. $3,600 XP. Not exactly a lot. And a ton of little library locations for us to loot. Chances of getting something useful pretty much zero, I guess.
Hail, Immaculate. clever you must be to have made it to this place of forgotten knowledge. I guard these 3 eternal tomes of wisdom, proclaimed too powerful for the average student. And now you have managed to pry open this tomb of knowledge. You are entitled to one of these arcane books. Can you not see the essence of the goddess about me? I am the eternal.
Okay, take one. Take one and nothing else. I wonder if this was some kind of a quest to come here. Retrieve a specific book. Well, Orphic Scream is easy to get. Elemental Tort is something we already have, and Infect, why on earth did I take this? Orphic Scream would probably be the most valuable. I'm sort of thinking, should I even take anything? I'll choose one. I don't need any of those.
That chest in the corner thinks it's so smart with its fence.
Dusty parchment number 3, I guess. Military essays. Mooking is there's basically we could add lock, add some to armor. And boots. Because we're going to a lot of these. And it might not be really worth all that much. But the chances of getting something nice increase at least somewhat. Uh, 2 points is more than I expected we would get, so I'm pleased with that. I certainly haven't stored any lucky charm. This is gonna look awful, but it's +1 lucky charm. Personality. Determines your luck in finding extra treasure and improves your offense rating. So 3 points in extra loot shouldn't be too bad. Painting of a woman. Right, it doesn't really target the books, but the shelf they're on. But imagine how worthless Lucky Charm really is. 3 isn't a trivial matter, but it gives you a little bit of extra cash, I suppose. I think there's ability that increases it. So it's more of a, I think, an archer thing, that to spot treasures and to be able to pull some extra treasure out of things. There's a massive amount of these. So I think the difference between having no skill and having skill 3 is what? What exactly is it? So far, it's a shitty scroll and a cheap painting. And that's one side of it entirely. Probably throw a dice every time you loot a new container. Poison let's be... Poison Flask would not be here normally, I think. It's Tectonic Spray, and we would find some loot anyway without the Lucky Charm. Still, let's be generous and say the Tectonic Spray became because of the Lucky Charm. Since we can't tell which one was supposed to be here and which one was added. These were all normally here. Summon Wolf. Don't really have the Geomancer skills apparently. What do I have? These are fantastic attack spells. Tectonic Spray is something I can never use. Wolf is something I could. I just don't have the points for this spell, that's the problem. Tons of scrolls, and I could easily recreate. Sturdy leather bracers. I could easily make another Tectonic Spray skill book if I erase it from my skills now, so we can get it back if we want to. I'm inclined to take the wool. It would be a different sort of a summon. Currently we have mostly undead. I'd like something else. At the same time we have a ton of scrolls. I suppose it would basically depend on one thing. How good are wolves at detecting things? That would be a reason to take it. I need a good detector. You would think animals would be better than some kind of undead monstrosities or golems. A charming arrow. This is a normal, no effect. Blank scroll. Normal again. I suppose the worst part is that the extra loot seems to be totally unrelated to whatever you're looting anyway. But it probably has its own loot table, maybe dependent on the skill, on what you can find. So if you invested it in heavily, it's like crafting 5. You might actually get something useful out of it. But if you leave it half-assed, you might as well not take it at all. So a couple of armor pieces, a painting, likely a flask of acid or poison ooze, and that's about it. And this is close to probably 60-70 shell pieces. Easily 10 in each. More. And just a gigantic waste of time. This is a positive result. Okay, what happens if I take +2 intellect ring? Immunity to stun still stays on, but dexterity, fire resistance, lore master, not really necessary. Right. 104, 128. 10 points of extra damage. I don't know if we get, yeah, maybe about 10% extra damage. I wonder how often it goes up and at what point you have reached the maximum. Still, the positive would also be that the status effects that I complain about never working would actually have a little bit of a bonus now. Yeah, I think I'll stick with this unless we need petrification protection. The resistances are gonna be... resistances are high anyway. I don't need anything specific on that front. Horrific Scream. Yeah, what the fuck was the switch? Shit. I haven't used these. Might have to maybe it'll... yeah, I'm not sure what it would do. Start everything at the beginning, do we? Right, so I think it just makes it so that you can jump between this place and the end result constantly without any worries. Possibly. I feel like it's part of fully completing this place, so I'll do it. There's no positive for me trying to do this constantly back and forth. Also, at the same time, I have no reason to come back here ever again in the first place. I suppose we're gonna start moving towards Sacred Stone. See what we have options there. I don't recall much about the place. There's a Tenebrium salesman of some sort. That's about it. A lot of Immaculates. Maybe a prison.
Does anything seem different now?
Yeah. Does it? Yeah, we can use this. That's different. So a little bit of extra. Nothing else. Seeing anything special here? Experience points wise, totally worthless. Loot wise, sort of worthless too, I guess.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
I may be a pig, but you could stand to lose a few yourself.
Legendary bow, right, I recall this. It's dangling right on top of us. We need to damage a statue to have it fall down here. It's a bow. It would, well, it's worth a little bit of cash, I guess. Like,
I strike from the shoulder there! Blow of victory!
Lucky find!
what opponents do we even have in this forest?
I think I'd like to become an Immaculate too. Bet. So, you know zigzags too.
Decaying mound.
Hey, what did the Immaculate say when her friend asked her to go to a feast instead of a blood orgy? Sorry, but I can't do it. Eh? Eh?
Meet your demise!
Don't look at me like that. It's not as though I'm enjoying this.
Okay. Right, we're more or less just going around this little hill, which was more or less as I intended. This is something completely different than a proper ruin. With huge amount of traps. That's definitely where we want to go at some point. I'm sure this is the proper point. Where's north? Right. We want to go east.
The water near that human village tastes terrible. Like something rotten.
Probably all the rotten corpses.
What is it? I don't have anything in particular worth mentioning.
You too.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Yeah. Eternal silence indeed.
What's the point of trying if you might just end up on some barren, stinky winter coat? It happened to Hank and it could happen to you too. Hey, my eyes are down here, buddy.
What was that strange glowing stone that robed fellow took to yonder temple? Everyone seemed quite enthralled with it, but it didn't look like any salt lick I've ever seen.
Yonder temple. Yonder temple is probably where we need to go to. But Sacred Stone should still be our first stop no matter where we want to go. Blue Noxious Bulb. A lot of defenses. A lot of defenses. Invisibility is not gonna see us through this. Feel like we could be in danger here. Could be like a way to go around minefields. Maybe. least we have a better view of the situation. Yeah, that's a pretty substantial minefield. This doesn't go exactly anywhere, so why does this even exist? Can we use it in our favor somehow? Can we go on top of these? We're not doing it now, no matter what, just seeing what our options are. Yeah, no, can't use those. Seems like this is more for scouting around a little bit. Ah, any thing here? Lair of the Mysterious Wizard. That's where we should be going. That would open up the Troll King Cave entrance. Still, it's something we'll keep in mind, but Sacred Stone first.
Don't look at me like that.
I mean,
it's
not like we necessarily can complete everything in Sacred Stone first. We can just talk to people and see, get a good feel for the lay of the land here, what quests we need to do, what are our options basically next. We need to find the Immaculate Holy Temple and some kind of secret underground layers, but that's not the immediate thing.
Since the inclusion of these waypoint shrines in our procedures, this immaculate village has increased its production of bloodstone more than 5-fold. Remember, time is of the absolute essence, for the goddess hour is nigh.
Are you going somewhere specific? This would be prison access. Is there something to be gained from following these? Are they going to the temple itself? I could kill them, but what would be the point? I'm more or less wondering why this patrol exists in the game. Because it's not even interested in talking to me, or it's not hostile or anything. It has to have a reason. It does something. Maybe it's for later use. It's going toward the temple though.
And in the distance, you might spot the most ancient testament to the endurance of the Immaculate Way, the Grand Temple. Master Mangoth is inside, performing the sacred ritual now. Listen closely, young initiates, and perhaps you can hear the faint yelping sound of a starstone being transformed into bloodstone.
Okay, that's interesting, but that doesn't really answer the question of what the hell are you doing. Seem to be giving information though. End up being valuable to me.
Take in the beauty around you, young initiates. Does it not pulsate with life? And we, its master, we, its inheritor. By giving its energy unto us, we satisfy the goddess's great craving for balance.
What does that mean? So, Siegfried's diary.
Where there is weakness, the void plagues. Where there is will, life springs. Tell me, traveler, do you wish to live?
Of course.
And how do you wish to live? A life of long hours spent slowly savoring? Or do you prefer a rapid life? A life of chaos and wild nights? It shall be done. And you?
I have no idea what happened. Where'd they go? I'm trying to read his Master Siegfried's diary while we follow this. No, it was definitely Master Siegfried's. There we go. Thanks to the completion of the shrine near the cathedral, we can finally conclude the trapping of the path toward the cathedral. Once the orcs bring the last sacrifices, the way will be secured. We've planted a wide selection of noxious bulbs in very specific areas to ensure any intruders will be blown to the goddess and back. I just hope the students paid attention during our field work. So, are you gonna go into that or not?
Within this cave, my children, are the trials overcome and the reward granted. The goddess is no facile mistress, but we are each and all her doting offspring, and she rewards us in kind.
I wonder how much of these are hints to what we need to do. Life and death in balance. Does it actually mean something, or is it just a pointless latitude he's saying? We've gone full circle now. And he's returning back to where he started
and
from.
Upon this hill's peak, the intrepid traveler will find that same trial of initiation that brought him into our fold. Rejoice that he may revisit the goddess's bane.
Okay, I'll check the edge of this map. Doesn't looks like the edge is based pretty much sacred stone.
Don't go west! That's where the Spider Queen swells.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
That would be Phantom Forest map. Right, there is nothing here except the sacred stone. Whatever we need to do there, we need to figure out. So burglarize the place, that sort of stuff.
Halt, trespasser! The hallowed village of Sacred Stone is hardly open to lost ones of every make and kind. What proof I present your immaculate act? Welcome, compatriot.
Not skilled enough. Should I switch to pickpocketing gear? I don't think so. I'm sure they have lovely stuff, but there's the bot. I don't really care that much. If there's an actual reason, like that guy might have something incredibly valuable or useful, that's a different matter. But I don't want to go pickpocketing random people.
We seemed money bags. Ready?
Imbecile!
Sorry, boss.
Talk to me apprentice if you wish to browse the wares. That nincompoop needs the practice. Do you hear that?
That's right. Yes, and here this here's an immaculate. You not the easiest audience, that's for sure. But when it comes to handling the goddess's gift, one's gotta have the highest
Right, there's a
standards.
couple of things
After
I'd like
all,
to test.
He's only hit me 3 or 4 times. I think he likes me.
I don't think we really need a new belt. Right, this shield is not good. Tenebrium resistance is... This is a Tenebrium shield, so we can't add further Tenebrium resistance, which, if we add it, would be more than this. Looking chance is decent, at least. Right, what I wondered is, what exactly is the maximum for action points? Our current is 17. So let's say we can get an extra couple of constitution points somewhere. Then what? Where do we stand? This shows 20, the little counter for action points, but that doesn't mean the 20 there is the maximum. Just that's the maximum it'll show. I can easily raise this by 3, which doesn't really answer our question. What I want to do is test it. Specifically, does it go over 20? Because it affects how am I going to design constitution for this character, for example. If it doesn't go above 20, it directs our character development in different directions. Plus Constitution 3 is not enough. How long does this last? 3 turns. There's a spell that can also add to Constitution. 4 turns. This is purely for testing purposes. I just need to see where the Constitution takes us. Show me my own fucking inventory, please. That's speed. That's Constitution. 14. 23 is now action point. Okay, it'll go higher than that. That's really the only thing I needed to know. A lot of Tenebrium, I don't care about it, we don't really have all that much use for it. And we're gonna get more for more Tenebrium anyway, no matter what we do. I suppose I could technically steal it, I mean, why not?
Shadows hide your loyal servant. I was really hoping to find something better.
What can I do?
Another one for the collection. More junk.
Not junk. That does remind me though that we do need to do some crafting. I'm pretty sure I have a decent amount of ore. It does have a little bit of weight to it. Probably need more crafting skill to do this. Yep. 150. And it's totally worthless. The ingots have some value. So I need to deal with that now. Not let it delay. Okay. Crafting gear. It doesn't weigh all that much.
Come on, Rockford Bright! Make yourself useful!
Yes, sir. What shall I do?
If you have to ask, you'll never know.
Right, anything we take here is not even considered stealing for some reason. So we could craft our own craft, right? Not bad. Also not particularly useful, but still. Folded shirts. So nothing all that useful really.
But if you had to wager, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps and get
Be a school of some sort here.
Shake 'em off soon enough.
A few blows, they get those scrappy fists a-blazing and take it down in a matter of minutes.
Luck level 2.
But they're slow as whalers, oaks.
That's something we could easily get that open. I'm not sure if I want to.
I never saw them fight so much as cold. They're
I suppose I should. Alternatively, just destroy it, but probably shouldn't start doing that in the middle of town here. Surely I have 2 lockpicking ones. They're so common. No, I did not have 2 of those. I know I have lockpicking ones of something. Worthless rubbish.
What do you mean? How's it going? You can't be serious.
Okay.
Pleasant for who?
Any plans for after this gig is over?
I always wanted to start my own business, actually.
Is that right? What sort of business?
Artisanal hand soaps. You haven't lived until you've tried my windswept hyacinth.
So, how's it going over there?
What do you mean, how's it going?
That maniac is
you
after
know,
me.
she's how's it going on your side?
By the 7,
You
who was
can't
that?
be
She
serious.
killed that man
But if
without
you
so much
had
as
to
blinking.
wager,
Pleasant
what would it be?
conversation.
Oh, I don't know.
Pleasant
I suppose
for
12 imps and get a few blows in. But I think the shambling oak will shake 'em off soon enough.
Any plans for after
Parts
this
here
gig
are
is
level
over?
15, so this is appropriate place for us in that sense.
Business, actually.
Is that right? What sort of business?
Artisanal
Please
hand
provide
soaps.
logs, thank
You
you.
haven't lived until you've tried my
Hand
windswept
to-
hyacinth.
Chopped wood, so we can get 3 paper out of that.
Blasted to smithereens.
Whoa there, Hartford. You're not planning on barging into Lady Attenborough's workshop, are you? She's a woman of well, isn't it? A lady strong as an ox, nutty as a squirrel, and holds this whole village in her right hand to boot. We've been hired to fight for her and for right, we will. Well, I'll tell you, you're kind. Attenborough said, knowing her,
Attenborough is
I
the
hope
leader.
you're not.
Careful now, squishy. I doubt Lady Attenborough's in any mood to deal with intruders after losing her apprentice in that little take care now.
So, does not like intruders. How is this gonna go for us?
Halt! Before you'll be permitted into my workshop, you'll have to prove your... Tell me, if you too destroyed one of my precious stones, what could you possibly say to save your life?
Yeah, this is not gonna go our way.
Idiot though you are, empty flattery won't fool the great Attenborough.
Yeah. I have a feeling that might have happened. Did I previously just kill all of these guys? That could have explained things, because I have no strong recollection of how things could have gone here. I recall that there's a guy with a lot of corpses behind the waterfall here. That's about it. I don't want to barge in there immediately. I want to visit the school. There was also a little bit of a side room where Attenborough was, so we could probably sneak in there and take a look. Immaculate Academy. Not a school, an actual academy. How to fake illnesses, magical tragedies.
These chambers are designed not only to collect wayward
and a
foods,
failure
but
of some
also
sort.
to muffle any unsavory noises produced by defiant lost ones. Welcome, curious soul. Please remain among we followers of the Immaculate Way and learn the teachings of the goddess. Where once you were lost, most fear, we are the enlightened maid. Yes, bringer of the link. She dwells in the our most before the conduit came.
Nothing useful. Prison door. I think we can just walk into prison, so I don't see why we've tried to break in through that. There's an upper floor. There's a physical immunity board.
Goddess's way, young initiates, is not always easy. Times they seem the goddess asks too much. At times it will seem that the sacrifices she demands are unfair, inhumane.
It's like we're okay to take things from here. Not even sure what we're looking for. We need to go to the temple, clearly. But should I just go there on my own initiative, or do I need to follow some specific breadcrumb trail to get there? How to deal with the different type of mines, for example. I don't feel like I should just teleport over them or anything like that. An armor that is weaker than mine requires one more point of extra strength and one extra armor specialist. That's the one thing I don't really know where we should go. The main body armor. Oh, Sword Kit Part 2, Hill.
Fortune!
I think that's something I didn't find in the first playthrough. Now I know why I didn't, because I never really bothered with these places all that much. I'm not too keen on this sword. At the same time, it might have stats bonuses, especially once you attach the third part to it. I don't think I even bought it. It's at the beach in size sealed. I should probably buy it. It's not that expensive. The other items I'm not particularly interested with. They're all two-handed, so I wouldn't use them no matter what. I'll either use two one-handed weapons or a weapon and a shield. One or the other. Playing cards? Yes. Empty bottles? Yes. All the treasures we need. We've got a decent amount of paper this time. I don't know what exactly do I want to achieve with it. What would be something we want a massive amount in the battles that are tough for us? I don't know. Prison door key. How to spot fake illnesses. Oh, magical tragedy. Spells you should never cast on yourself. The case for animal testing. Right. Out of ancient human skulls. Why am I hoarding these? I think I'll just dump them in the homestead. If we have a use for them later, we know where to find them. So this is an alternative way to get to the prison. But that wasn't in any kind of difficulty to begin with, so I'm not sure how that helps us really. Plus, a decent amount of crafting components, I guess. And that's more or less it. So this entire place was basically for the key. And there's Attenborough and the guy behind the waterfall, but that's more or less it. An Attenborough interaction would require me to succeed
What do you mean?
in a conversation check. And it's made fairly difficult. I think if Attenborough succeeds twice, he'll basically win it.
I'm just making a bit of pleasant conversation.
Pleasant for who?
Suppose we could go to the prison and talk to prisoners there, but I think it's gonna be tough for us unless we start causing trouble. We can certainly fight in this area without causing any kind of trouble outside of this place.
You, a source hunter, in sacred stone. Explain yourself at once or you'll be next on the pile. Curious. I never thought I'd see the day one of your order joined ours. Ask then. It's the material hub of our faith, and it's adjacent to the great temple too. Oh, if you can find Mangoth just before a sacrifice, you'll never thank the goddess enough. What an exquisite sight. Lost ones, each and all, but they've been put to better purpose now. I've been given the great task of collecting them from Mangoth's temple. To think of the wonders their blood has wrought. I am Jareth by name. I was once a druid of a forest not so far from...
Right, so nothing really interesting here. Unless we start a fight, and I'm not sure what I would gain from that. Again, that's not saying I won't do it, but we are still trying to infiltrate. So it seems like counterproductive to randomly just start killing Immaculates unless I have a very good reason for it. That time may come, but it is not here now. doesn't appear to be anything interesting here. This is for the companion. Without her in the party, this is just a waste of time. Yeah, so I'll take a quick visit to the prison. We'll probably leave things at that. I need to think about what exactly do I need to do. We could try to go after the Grand Temple already, but I feel like if we do that, there's not much we can do here. At the same time, I'm not sure that's really a problem, because outside of convincing Edinburgh to interact with us somehow, I don't see what I can really do here. I'm going to go into Edinburgh's house and try to see if I can steal something there from her, a journal or something. And I don't mean through pickpocketing, just sneaking around and seeing what we can do. 9-inch nails. It's all thievery if we take it. Iconic statues.
What is it? I've got to stay focused. These prisoners will riot at the earliest chance. What do you want to know? We guards are the most trusted in the village. We protect the blood source after all. Can't have bloodstones without half the equation now, can ya? What about lost ones, one and all? Their only hope for redemption is to be offered up to the enlightened. No better fate for one of their kind than to become part of a greater soul. Better than they deserve, I say.
Yes, better than they deserve to be sacrificed.
Badger me not! These lost ones could make a break for it at any...
No, there's no one here.
I won't survive this passage longer here.
I won't
And
survive
will I
this
be
stuff.
here?
Free me! Free me! Traveler! Friend! Have you been caught by these pretenders too? Yes, Traveler, yeah! Oh, I came from my home inside, but I saw of that
You! A source hunter, aren't you? Damn it all! I come from... And all the while, I've learned my lesson with your kind. Source hunter. We had a source hunter for all her post...
This much longer.
What is it? I don't make an habit of associating
Yeah,
with
I
your
don't think
kind.
there's anything interesting
Lost
here
one.
unless we
Simple mix. Elias
release
proved-
these guys.
You don't look familiar. You aren't from Silverglen, are you? I am a there is no...
Right, there's really very little they tell me. Introduce themselves, complain a little bit, and that's it.
Oh, hello there. Don't mind us. No, we're just selling in, yeah. Oh, we're nobody. What a very strange question. But I suppose... I do suppose that if the door...
Oh, hello there. Don't mind us. No. Oh, we're just settling. Oh, we're no. What a very strong... I suppose.
No. At least there aren't any demons about.
These Immaculates are fantastic. They'd rather exterminate their own kind than mine.
Fantastic indeed. Right. Wait.
It looks like this is where those unfortunate lost ones await their fates.
Yeah, I was wondering, where is the access to the academy?
The volume of the blood can cause quite a mess, as you can imagine. So we're careful to perform the sacrifice within our specialized chambers only. These chambers are designed not only to collect wayward fluids, but also to muffle any unsavory noises produced by defiant lost ones.
I was hoping he might tell something interesting. So opening this is sort of totally irrelevant, totally unnecessary.
You there, human! Look, I promised not to burst your skull if you help an Luthor. I've been here since I was...
Right. Right, didn't gain anything useful out of this. I have a feeling that this is the... So you killed everyone here. How are you going to get what you need afterwards? And the prisoners will help you. I guess we'll burglarize Attenborough's house and leave things there. That should be pretty much everything relevant from this place. Which isn't much, to be honest. I expected more. I expected a clearer path for the infiltration. Now it seems like this is just a minor base for supplies.
There's a talking wishing well there,
What a load of
bull ox. Anything we have here? Literary essays. What is that?
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Golden book. Don't see anything there but Attenborough. Tormented soul. Thank you very much. We have quite a few of those, but we don't get resupplied all the time. So finding new ones is always a good thing. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing here really. Nothing at all. So the entire point of this place seems to be Attenborough. She's coming closer, which is a bit of a problem, I'd say.
You look, you cannot see.
Do I notice anything here? Skulls, maybe? No, nothing. I picked up some kind of a unique item there, though. A book.
I've always wanted to start my own business, actually.
What was it?
What sort of business?
How to handle tenebrium. Though made of parchment and cloth, this book feels impossibly heavy in your hands. Valuable book. Is this?
I've already mastered this material.
Yeah, so it's a way to teach you how to handle tenebrium.
You ever made it down to Sizeel?
Not in my day.
I'm trying to think of why they do it this way. Probably it's a backup. So just in case you messed up all the other opportunities to learn how to do it, you still have one chance to block. Don't need any success or quest to get it, just need to come here and get it. So back up again. Yeah, either way, there's really nothing here for us unless we will start fast. I think we're better off trying to just go to the temple on our own than just try to murder people for no particular reason. We might end up murdering people anyway, but it shouldn't be plan A. So, getting through the defenses here. Alternatively, go harass spiders and goblins. I'll go and take a closer look at the defenses. If the enemies are certainly above level 15, or it seems like it's impossible to make progress, we can do something different. Also, maybe think about the balance thing here. It can't be a coincidence that the Temple of Life here is right next to the fences and the Temple of Death was already in the earlier map. Or it's somewhere in this section of the map. I don't have at this moment any particular ideas concerning the temples or shrines of life and death, but maybe there's a way to get them in balance somehow, to get rid of these. I'm guessing the Shrine of Life is providing these somehow, but it does not seem impassable by any means. So even if we just have to use whatever means necessary to get further, I think we have what it takes. Yep.